y'all, this is Pam at Pink Dragonfly Wings, and I am making it to my second video. So today what I have is I have these little packets. These are called little Snippet kits, and I have them listed in my store. I have 5 of them. I have mine here, so you'll see what all is in here. Except I have this little piece and this little piece, let's turn it right side, that I have gained since I put these packets together. So each one of these kits will also have these 2 pieces in here as well. So you'll get those as well. And you'll get the little envelope. I didn't make an envelope for myself because I figured, it's okay. So this is what you'll get in your little Snippet kit. We'll start from the back. You will get an 18-inch piece of muslin that has been frayed on the edges. And wonder what that is. Maybe I didn't have enough, so I had to make it in 2 pieces. You should get 18 inches. Yours will be in 1 piece of white muslin, white bed sheets, what it is, that has been laundered. It was new. It has been laundered so that it has that soft feel to it. Also, it has been frayed. Okay, so you'll get those. Those will become the base of your Snippet clusters. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of various lace fabric, cut in anywhere from, I think this one is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. That's not a square. Must be 4 3/4. 4 3/4 by 5 3/4 is the biggest one. And I guess maybe, not sure, but anyway, 5 nice pieces to work with. So you'll have 5 pieces of fabric, lace fabric, and then you will have 1, 2, 3 pieces. This is lace ribbon, along with the ribbon that's on this little thing, and you'll get this little embroidery thing to keep as well. So get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 various pieces of lace. Now, this all is lace. It's different than the fabric because it has edges, decorated edges with it. We'll use those. And then you get a double flower applique. You can cut it apart. You can cut the leaves off. You can do whatever you want to with it. You don't have to use it on your snippets. You can use it for something else, but it comes in your kit. You get a double one and a single one. And then we get a piece of crocheted flower trim, a piece of white satin trim, a piece of white beaded fancy trim, a piece of silver leaf, and a piece of gold leaf trim to use. Okay, and then you will get a baggie that has all of these little things in it, and these are your little embellishments, your little decorations that we're going to put on our snippets. So we have 2 big buttons. We have a piece of rhinestone look-alike It's not real rhinestone, but they're little circles. You can use it as a border. You can cut these apart and use them as like buttons or whatever. Another piece of rhinestone look-like trim, a piece of black and rhinestone. You're going to get a white button, a black button, and 4 little wooden buttons, a dragonfly charm, 2. And here's a little made with love in case you want to make it and give it to someone very special. You'll get 2, 3 metallic, what I call light bulb pins, and you can put these and use these to put your little dangle on and pin it onto your snippet as well. So you can do whatever you want to with that. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 3 gold, 1, 2, 3 silver sequins that are zebra striped. 1, 2, 3 large rhinestones. 1, 2, 3 medium rhinestones, and 1, 2, 3 small rhinestones. You'll get a little wooden flower or maybe a little wooden heart. No, I didn't have enough flowers and hearts, so you'll get one or the other. You should get, I thought there were 3 of those, but maybe not. We're going to put 3 of those in there though. 3 little circlets and 5 little acrylic beads. And this is what we're going to make our snippets with. And I'm going to make them, show you how to make them, and then you will get one completed snippet in your kit. And you can use it as a sample. You can hang it on the wall. You can throw it away. You can do whatever you want, but I just wanted you to be able to have one. So let's get started on making these. Let's start with this little piece here, since I already have a little piece. And we'll make our snippets. We can probably get about 3. Let's do this. And get about 3 out of here. Doesn't have to be exact, but I'm just going to snip it and snip it because we're going to tear it. Okay? Tear is relatively easy. Then that way all of your edges are frayed and it makes it look a little more antique-y. So we have one there. Do this one. And we'll have one here. And then we'll have one here. Now you can make them bigger. You can make them smaller. You can use the whole yardage, the whole 18 inches and make a long snippet roll. Whatever you want to do. That's why I didn't cut these. So you can cut these to fit the size of whatever you're making. And this is our base. This is what we're going to start with. So we have all these pieces of lace here. So let's see what we have. How about if we cut this one? And maybe have it go across this way. And we could even use the other half on another one if we want, make it go a different direction. Let's see what else we have. Let's do a piece of this because I just think this is really cool stuff. Not even sure where I got this really, but we're going to cut it in half and layer it into, let's make it cockeyed. Okay, so we have that. We can overlap it in the middle. Okay, there we go. So now we have some lace on here. You can put some more lace on here if you want. Let's cut this apart. And let's put another little piece of lace over this. this is pretty because it's got a little shiny effect to it. And do this one. This one's not shiny, so let's cut us a little square of this. The thing is, you just have to be not afraid to cut these little pieces up. Okay, there we go. So we're working with that. We have some ribbon here. We have some of this. Our gold ribbon. You could put an applique on the front of this one. See, that's really cute. I don't really want the leaves on it, I don't think, but we could put the leaves on something else. So let's just cut this off. Don't throw your leaves away, though. Put this on here. And we could do a rhinestone. Sure we can. You can't pick it up. This would be nice. We could do that. We could cut one of these off and put this in our flower. Oh, that's pretty. That makes it stand out. I like that. Put that on there. Now, we haven't glued anything. We're not stuck with anything. So, at this point, we're still okay. Let's do a little gold on this. We've got some gold buttons over there. So, let's cut a little piece of this. Put a little piece of gold on here. Now, these buttons have the little shank on the back of them, but you can cut that off. They're plastic, and I don't have a tool that will get it completely down, but I can get it pretty close. And then see there we have that one, and that looks pretty cute. We could take one of our what about our little dragonfly on maybe this gold light bulb pin? Put it on here and let it dangle, and then maybe pin it down here. Wouldn't that be cute? There we go. Okay. And then when we pin it on there, it'll lay down a little bit better. What about maybe some gold trim or silver trim here? Isn't that pretty? I like that. We could even scoot all of this over just a little bit since we haven't glued it down. Put this to the edge. It's really just whatever suits you, whatever fits your eye. Decorate your way. And put a little piece of this right here on the edge of that. That's darling. Look at that. Okay. And then we still have all this stuff. What else are we going to make? Let's see. We haven't used any of this yet, and I love. Ooh, what about this? With that shiny ribbon, that would be pretty. Put that on there. We could put 3 of these on there. And put our little rhinestones in the center, if they'll fit. Let's see. Well, they'll sit right on top, so that makes it look really good. I love bling, so everything I do is with bling. So we'll put these 3 little things on here. Let's get our little ones. You could put a little acrylic bead in there if you wanted to. Kind of seems to get lost a little bit. Put those there. Maybe put our little flower down here in the corner. How's that look? That look cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, so let's glue them together. All right. So we'll start with it. Well, let's start with this one since it has a long tail here. Now, I use Fabri-Tac. You can use whatever you want. A lot of people sew these and sew the lace parts down. That's fine. I have a hard time getting over there to the sewing machine and some days I go and just sit and make little snippet bases, but most of the time I just glue. It's a very strong glue and it fits really nice, so you glue it down really good. And we had this one kind of sitting over here at the side, just a little bit. Yeah. I want our frayed edges to show, so we'll do it that way. Get our little shiny piece. You don't have to have just a whole lot of glue, but just enough to hold it down. Put that at an angle. Make sure it sticks really good. And like I said, this glue will seep, especially through our lace. So let me find my little paper. We'll glue our little rows down. Now, if you really want to add some dimension to it, you could get some distress ink, or it could be, let's live dangerously. Let's do pink. This is picked raspberry. And let's get a little bit of that on our thing and just go around the edge. You could color the whole thing if you choose, but we just want to accent it a little bit so that it shows up around all of the other white stuff that we have. There we go. Look at that little pink flower. And we'll put it right there. Okay, we need to scoot it over just a little bit so we can have room for our leaf. Get some glue on. I use Fabrifix, but I put it in these little Sugar Bell bottles. They're really icing bottles, but I like using them simply because it has that little nib on the top, this little silver nib, and it makes it, you can make such a smaller stream of glue. So to cut these little twiggies off, the little line threads that held it together with the row, put a little bit on the back. Glue it down right there in the center. And then we're going to have our little silver leaf going down the side. And let's cut it right down below this leaf right here. And then we can go right down the stem. It's a little small bead, a little bit on the flowers. Don't worry too much about the ones on the outside. They may hang off a little bit, but we want these on the inside to stick pretty good. Then we'll lay it down right like that. Look at that, isn't that cute? Now, if that suits you, we can be done. We could take just a small piece of this, maybe a little 1, 2, 3 rows. Put this on here. Put this at an angle right there just to kind of dress it up a little bit. Look at that, isn't that darling? And we have a snippet. Now, isn't that cute? Now you can put as much stuff on here as you want. You can put as little on here as you want. You can make it all one color. You can make it bohemian looking. Whatever you want to do with yours is the perfect way to do it. So we have one done. Now then, let's take a look at this one. We're going to get this one. Now this one is done in gold. It's got a lot of gold on it, so we're going to put some brown ink around the edges just to kind of dirty it up a little bit, make it look a little older, more vintage. It's not vintage, but we can make it look vintage. Make our paper. There we go. Okay. All right. Get our little strings off. Now then, we're going to put this one at an angle. Make sure I get my lace on the right direction. Sometimes you have to wait for the glue. Just glue it in those places where it seems to be thicker, where there's more substance, because when you lay it down, it will tend to seep a little bit, and so if it seeps out where you have your little netting looking stuff, it just gets your fingers more sticky. So that's trial and error though. Now this is the one. It's a pretty little flower. Like I said, we don't need it laid flat. We want it to flip and flop a little bit. Let's put this one this way and cover that up a little bit more. And then we have our gold trim. We'll put it more on that way. Okay, I hope everything's going well with y'all today. We're getting ready for Halloween. And we have two grandsons here with us, and they're getting excited and getting ready to go and having all kinds of fun. So y'all have a safe and happy Halloween. Okay, we'll put our button right here. Let's go ahead and put our dragonfly pin on, because once we put that button on, it's going to need to lay flat for a little bit until it dries. And we'll put this right down in here, and you can just pin it to it and let your little dangle. There's your little dragonfly. Isn't he cute? And then we'll put our button on. Put lots of glue on our button because it's kind of heavy, so we want to make sure that it stays. And then we'll hold it for just a minute and let the glue kind of adhere to the fabric. And there we go. I'm not going to toss it around too much because, like I said, that little button needs to lay flat for a bit. And there you go. You have another one. You can add anything else that you want. You could put some big stones up here if you want. We have a button. We have a black button. We could put a black button on there and put a little rhinestone on top of that. In my words, you can never have too much bling. So, you can do just pretty much anything that you want to with it. But I like it like this. I kind of like the simple stuff. If you have anything in your stash that you would love to use, you certainly do not have to just use this. We could even take this little leaf right here. Look at that. Stick that under our button before it dries too much. And look at that. That's cute. So now we've used our leaves. Took them down just a little bit because we don't want them to come off. My glue's a little stringy today. And there we go. So now we have our little leaves. Put our dragonfly on here. Dragonflies are my jam. I love dragonflies. Okay, that added a little bit to that, so that would be great. You could put a little green ink around it if you want to, jazz it up a little bit, just kind of whatever you want to do. All right, so let's do one more, just for the sake of our video. And what did we do here? I think I've confused myself. Did we put this on here? I think we did, didn't we? We did. So we have pearls in here, and we have pearls in here, and so that makes it kind of a nice little togetherness. Okay, so we put our little squares, and you can put these on however you want to. It doesn't really matter. You design according to your eye. I'm not an artist, so sometimes when I do things, I look at them, or other people look at them and go, my Lord, what were you thinking? And sometimes my only answer is, I really wasn't. So now those are going different directions, but that adds to the character, I think. We'll cover this up right here. Put that one right there. Now, I told y'all that we were going to do, well, look at those little things. I'll put them over here. This little piece would be really cute on here. I like that. So let's go ahead and take one of these. You will get one of these in your kit. Let's go ahead and take one. Glue it down. You see, I'm not gluing everywhere, just in a few places. Put it here on the top. Of course, my glue bag paper is over here again. We could even take a little piece of this and put it on the top of that. Isn't that cute? I think we're changing our mind here about what we're going to do. No, I think I still like this. That's pretty. I like that. We'll cut this off. You have to cut kind of careful to cut in between those pearls because they don't cut in half very well. Put this on our side over here. Kind of dress it up a little bit. Put our party dress on. There, isn't that cute? Okay. Then we decided to go with the rhinestones on these, I think. So now on these little things you need to watch because one side is kind of pearls, the other side is kind of matte, and it doesn't matter which you use, but you probably want them to all be the same. So just make sure you watch as you're putting them on that you get them going in the same direction. And then we'll put our little rhinestones on here. And I'm just putting a little glue in the center to hold the rhinestone on. Put our Fabrifix right in the center, and that makes it look like a little flower. Is that not cute? And then where's our other little one? There it is. Okay. And then we'll glue the back of our little pearl wreath ringlet, and we'll put one right there, and we'll put one right there, and my finger wants to stay. And then we'll put our last one. Why don't we put it right up here? And then, let's see, how would this look down here? No, don't like that. What about another one of these? Another little bit of our silver leaf. would work. Now that would be pretty on there. We can tuck this right up here under our ribbon so it's supposed to be there. Glue it a little bit down the edge. And then we can cut this off right down here at the bottom. Now that's pretty, isn't it? Let's glue this one right here because I'm going to cut this, and I really don't have to cut it. You can just leave it hanging like that, and that really looks okay. So we'll leave that. Position it maybe a little more down here. Kind of fill up that corner a little bit. Oh yeah, that looks better. And then we'll cut that little tail off because it looks kind of funny just sitting there. There we go. There we go. So we have 3 really cute little snippet clusters. Now I will make 2 more, and we'll have one for each of the kits. So there are 5 kits, and one of these will be in 3 of them. And I hope you enjoy them. I hope you enjoy making them. Post some pictures so when you get finished with yours, I can see how they look. And y'all, happy snippet making. And I'll see you next time. Bye.